Hey guys, Lucille here from Clipartistry Heaven. I hope you guys are well. Thank you for coming back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. If you are a returning visitor, welcome back. I hope you find everything that you need here for your own digital product. So if you are or if you intend to sell on Etsy and you want to understand the game of Etsy, the how-tos, how to list, how to find products that's in demand, how to mock up, how to design, how to etc. and so on and so forth, my channel is the place to be. If you are, again, like as I've said, a returning visitor, thank you for your continued support and for engaging with my videos and just reaching out to me, whether it's via my private Facebook group, my monthly membership, or on this channel itself. So today we are speaking about coloring pages, and I'm going to show and attempt to demonstrate for you with the power of Artisly. If you follow my channel, you will know they've had an update about 3 weeks ago, version 5, and some of the updates had to do with the coloring pages Illustrator. So there's a few ways we are going to do it, but before I get started, if you are interested in joining my monthly membership, it's $9 a month. You would have access to AI Prompt Heaven, which is a growing vault of prompts that is intended to help you, to educate you on all things prompt creation, how to use the prompts, how to apply it in different systems, tweak the prompt, change the text, change the colors, enhance the prompts so that you get the desired output of what it is you are planning to build. So that's just like an overview of what the membership looks like, and it's basically just to help you boost your digital product journey on Etsy. If you do intend to sell clip art, tumbler wraps, t-shirt designs, mug wraps, etc. So $9 a month. If you do opt for the annual membership, it is $89.99, and basically if you sign up for a whole year, you get 2 months free. I've also got a lifetime membership, which is $249, so that's all available over here. Okay, let's jump into the video. So as I've mentioned, today we'll speak about coloring pages. I actually today for the first time played or fiddled around with the coloring pages module, and I was quite pleased, happy, excited about some of the results and how I got to these images that you see in front of you. Now, there are a couple of ways that you can design coloring pages in Artisly. If you sign in, you will land on what I call the dashboard. This is what it looks like. Watch the 2-hour update on V5. It would be worth the watch. If you are ready to jump into design, click on create design. They've got 2 sections. This one is more like a Canva-like editing type of option where you can edit your images, add text, layer your design, etc. And then fast AI image design is where we will be working on today. I would advise you just to hop over to AI design agents. And I think this is by far the easiest way to design coloring pages. You'll see Clipart on the left, coloring pages, and a whole lot of other things over here. This option, like option number 1, if you want to call it that, is to go straight to coloring page. And this option here doesn't require you to really think about your prompt, if I could call it that. Now, I've mentioned it before. Artisly is really a tool that simplifies image generation, right? It really simplifies it. If you compare it with other tools such as Midjourney or Kittle or Ideogram, you need to have a stronger vocab in those systems. And not to say we are comparing as in better, but we are comparing as in understanding the nuances of the system and understanding the differences of the system. So that's really what we are doing. When you hear me comparing, that is what it is. It's not to say the one is better than the other, but it's more like to highlight the strengths and the weaknesses of each system. So the easiest way that I can say you can create any type of design, but we are speaking coloring pages, is to go to AI design agents, click on coloring page, and you'll get to this screen. Now, this would be your prompt box, your dimensions, and then your quantity. This is part of the V5 update, so now we can go up to 10 images. So I just go straight into 10 because I'm trying to cut down on time. I'm going to use the easiest option to generate a consistent anything, in this case coloring pages. So I'll choose 10. My dimensions, I sell them as 3.4, so more like a A4 size, or a US letter, standard US letter size, right? And then now we need to get down to what it is that we want to design. So let's say we want to design a fruit and veg coloring page in a black and white line art style on a white background. Okay, what I love about this, you'll see in a minute that when I click on generate, right, I've only loaded one prompt, but I'll show you what the system will do with that one prompt, multiplying it by 10. At this point, I will go to this AI Illustrator. I'll just open another tab, and like within seconds, you will see the pages generating, like within seconds, right? So you can refresh. I like to refresh if I'm in a hurry, and you will then see the system has like kind of completed 10 of those. Now, they're not the best, and this model, AI design agents, and if you go to this model, is not the output here. I never use it to sell. That's just me. Even though I get 10 images from the system, I never use it to sell. It's never good enough for me to sell it. What I do use this for, if I go to my designs, right, you will see I used one prompt, right? But if you view, you will see that what the system has done, it's taken the one prompt and it's made 10 variations of what I've asked for, which was fruit and veg. So if you look here, you'll see a happy watermelon slice with a big smile and a few seeds is lying down. Small stars and stripes decorate its rind. The outlines are bold and clean with the entire design set on a pure white background. Now, stars and stripes, I don't see that, but anyway, I will copy this prompt. Now I'll go to my Illustrator. The second way that you can design coloring pages is by going to AI Art Illustrator. There's tons and tons and tons of modules here. We will go to coloring page. We will paste. And now we can generate 1 to 4. Let's go 4. Same aspect ratio and then generate. Then I'll go to the second one. Let's check this one. An adorable pea pod with a few round peas inside, is smiling, small vines and leaves. So I'll copy that. Again, I will go back. So this one is cute. So that's why I generate 4, because they won't all be perfect, especially not like on the first generation. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. This is not too bad, and I can clean that up. I can maybe take that star out, but I've got a smiley watermelon. I can generate again, regenerate 4, and I can let it run. Then I can go back, paste my second prompt, do the 4. So what I'm doing here is I'm using the system to generate prompts for me, right? I copy the prompt and I go to an art illustrator, and then, so look how cute this one is. That's also cute. I go to an art illustrator and then I choose, in this scenario, I chose coloring pages. Okay, so that's the second one. So this one, smiling eggplant with glossy skin and a cute stem. Go back to the illustrator, paste, do 4 and generate. So this is a short, quick way to generate, in this scenario, coloring pages that you can quickly mock up and then bundle it as a product on Etsy. Okay. Now the third way that you can generate coloring pages is if you go to AI Illustrator again, let's try clip art, okay, and then let's go create a coloring page in black and white line art style for kids of an apple, right? No shadows, no background disturbances. I'm just writing it out. It must be suitable for kids. Okay, so we're not dealing with an adult coloring page. So I'm just giving it some details. Then I can create 4, choose my aspect ratio, which I haven't done a few times above. We can copy this because then I want to show you how to enhance the prompt, and then I can generate it, right? So again, here are this is gorgeous. This can work, right? This is beautiful. I like the hearts. I like the stars, sorry. So these are like they are good enough to go into a fruit and veg bundle. Okay. This is like almost perfect in terms of the line art and the main focus on the main element. In this case, it's an apple, right? So there are some things that's disturbing me here, which is like these lines. I don't like that. And I'll have to tweak the prompt for that. So I copied the prompt, and if I go regenerate, right, you'll see 2 buttons here. You can either enhance the prompt, which you can click on, or you can go edit the prompt, which we'll do either later but let's just work with the enhanced prompt. So 4 images, aspect ratio. So traditionally, this is what my coloring pages would have looked like without the shadows, without the little bottom, I don't know what that is, like bottom lines, etc. But these, you have to think of, you have to design and know that people are different and people look for different things and people have different tastes and preferences and so on and so forth. So it will not hurt you to have coloring pages that looks more like this rather than this traditional look. Okay, still not something that I would mock up. It's not to my liking, but it could be because we're sitting in clip art rather than an actual coloring page. The reason I chose clip art as an art style is because I used to, in different systems, like sort of the same way I would create, like for example in Midjourney, I would create, Midjourney doesn't have like a Illustrator setting, rather it's just like your prompting. So I was just thinking of maybe using clip art as a style to see if I could use the prompt to get to my output. But we can look at another art illustrator. Let's look what else is there. Let's go. I don't think it's watercolor. I don't think it's this one. Let's see. I don't know. Let's try this one. That's pencil art style. Let's go. Let's do another one. Watercolor. Let's see if that one works. And I'm going to do adult coloring in a bit. Let's try this clip art style. Okay. 4 and then 3 over 4 aspect ratio. So it definitely doesn't work. This is, I think, watercolor. So watercolor is not going to work. I haven't fiddled around with this a lot. This is also definitely a pencil style rather than coloring. So pencil style won't work. Clip art. So there's different types of clip art. And then this one won't work either. So I think your best choice is clip art, but you have to tweak it. And then perhaps the coloring page style that the system is built with like one of the AI illustrators, I think that is the best option for now. So let's say coloring black and white art style coloring page of a spaceship with the moon in the background. No shadows, no disturbances in the background. So let's do 4 and aspect ratio. Okay, then we can say I'm just like throwing prompts out there. Not bad, not bad at all. So your best bet, I think, is coloring page for kids, right? So to stick to the coloring page, your prompting will need to be fine-tuned with clip art. This one, clip art. It could possibly work with some tweaking. It's just kind of bringing in these little shadow lines and extra detail that I don't want, but we're looking at options, right? This one was also coloring page, so that I can work with. This was not this one. These ones, yeah, these ones were the original 10 prompts, if you want to call it that we used in AI design agents, and then the simplified way of going coloring pages and then just dumping it. So I think the point I'm getting to is that your best bet definitely is the coloring page Illustrator, which is this one. It's giving me the closest to what I would sell on Etsy. And then before we go to adult pages, the one other thing I wanted to show you, which I think was really, really cute of the Systeme. So let's say I want to design something coloring page based on a theme, my first day at school. Check this, right? So we want 10 prompts generate. So now you know the Systeme's going to give you 10 different prompts, right? While it's doing that, let me just show you what some of the output I got from the Systeme earlier this morning. I was just briefly fiddling with it, and I got these types of pages, and I thought this was really cute. It was more about like an organizer. Let's see the prompt, important dates or something, and it just gave me these. This is not something that I would like think of. So the fact that the Systeme gave me this, I thought it's something that could add commercial value. What's the word? Kids that like get schooling at home. The word escapes my mind now. Homeschooling kids. Sorry. And I thought like if this, like okay, this is something wrong here, but I like this. This is cute. They can work around like brilliant ideas, write them down, important dates. Maybe just redo this and get the hearts on this side. This is cute, you know. And this design my dream day. So it's like inspirational stuff and important dates and like a weekly planner for kids. And I thought this was maybe something different and cute and that could possibly have more commercial value than just like the stock standard apple and orange and whatever, all those things that we are used to. So I'm just trying the same one now with the first day at school. Look at this. This is like a page, welcome to school, first day of school. It's just got that theme, right? That I could work with. I know I said earlier I won't use it as is, but that I could work with. This is also crayons, first day of school, backpack, first day of school, school bus, first day of school. So it's just making it so much easier my teacher, first day at school. So it's all on topic, right? Like my friend's first day at school, etc. I just want to try. Let's go. No, not here, sorry. Coloring page. So we'll choose 10 aspect ratio, and then coloring page theme based on daily motivation, right? Calendar, important dates to remember. Just try and recreate that. Okay. I definitely can see like my goals, right? I definitely can see value, like I said, in this. And maybe taking the prompt, okay, which the system generated for me, and going to the Illustrator, go to coloring page, paste for, yeah, story time. I like this. Obviously the letters, the numbering is wrong. This is cute. You can add text on this one in Canva if you want. Let's see, my goals, because this one we recreated, right? This is cute. This can work. Let's just see here. So I like the way the system's thinking. Dates for Halloween, dates for, what's this? Thanksgiving, right? Graduation cap. I think the system is really smart. It kind of figures out what it is that the basic prompt was all about, and then you can take it to the just like put it in the Illustrator of your choice, and then see what the basic prompt does for you. Okay, so if we go and we copy this, okay, go to Illustrator, go to coloring page, paste. You can enhance it if you so wish, so the system will do that. And then it will generate. Okay, so let's move on to adult coloring pages, which is also part of the V5 update. If you go to AI Art Illustrator, you'll see right at the bottom, it's got this adult coloring page book, right? Now, I do have some prompts. I know the mandala theme is very popular. It's much in demand. People like it to de-stress. People buy, especially on Amazon. I've seen it a lot, as well as on Etsy. And adults buy it to de-stress, to positive affirmations, inspirational stuff. And that's really what the mandala theme is all about, right? So I have some prompts which I will just copy and paste in the Illustrator, and then we'll see how they come out. So other bundle themes that for adults that you can look at is like enchanted or whimsical, like buildings, nature, like animals and nature, right? So that's also something that they like doing. So things like travel is also another one that they like to color in, but mostly mandala affirmations. I've seen buildings a lot. They like coloring in buildings, animals, nature, escapism. But really the sky's the limit, right? Those are just some of the ones that I've explored or seen on marketplaces like Etsy and Amazon, right? So go back, paste, we'll do the 4 and then that. So this is basically what they look at. Now, obviously, you are going to have to spend some time on this, right? You can't sell something that's kind of cut off. You can't sell something like this. This is not like coloring in worthy, according to me. This won't work either. So you really have to tweak your prompts, try and do more research, see what the tech jargon or the tech vocab, what is it that the system's looking for? Black line art, symmetrical, on a white background without shadows, etc. You're really going to have to tweak. Coloring pages is not one of the things that I sell the most, but I thought I'll just illustrate it as a tool that you can use if it is something that you want to get into. And then obviously, as with anything else, you need to practice. Practice, practice, practice. Look how gorgeous this is. Today I choose joy. Look how beautiful this came out. Now you will probably have to try and get some of that shading out, because you want it as close to a black and white output only. You don't want to like sort of half fill in. It needs to be something like this, where intricate flowers, it's just black and it's just white. There's nothing like in between. I don't like the gray areas in between, because that's what the coloring is all about, you know. Okay, so let's go back. Let's just do a bit more, and then we can and you can take this into so many directions. You can base it on faith, like maybe Christian faith, or positive quotes, entrepreneurship. You can take it into female boss babe, you know, feminism. So there's many directions you can take this type of product into, but you're gonna have to spend some time on it needs to be, you need to be able to color it in. Most of these won't work, and mandalas is not a easy thing to design generally. So just be mindful of it and make sure you do your research. Try and see what people are selling out there and what are best sellers, and try and get to this is beautiful. And maybe refine your prompts. And maybe if mandalas are too difficult to do, maybe get into something else for adults, right? The kiddies ones are easy to do, but these like very intricate and more complex type of designs, they they will take some time to perfect, if you want to call it that. So I think that's it for today's video. I just wanted to show and demonstrate the power of AI and Artisly, and what it is that you can do, what it is you can fill up your store with, and just get listing on Etsy so that you can get more traffic to your store. So I hope this video has helped you. If you have any questions, drop it for me in the comment section. If you want to sign up for the AI Prompt Heaven membership, the link will be in the description, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.